And we're back. Sorry about that. Looks like OBS decided to have a conniption. I think honestly it had to do with running out of memory, which is amazing because I have 32 gigs of RAM in this device. But I've been opening up tab after tab after tab for 2 days, and I think it just basically said enough. We quit. Anyway, I feel bad. All the chat messages that I didn't get to are gone. We're going to give it a minute, see if anyone chimes in here. We're going to check out Best Buy. See what the Best Buy has to say. You know what? I was looking at Amazon devices. So let's look at the Amazon devices real quick. Come on. Amazon devices. There we go. And Amazon. Actually, I should be more specific. I just look for Fire TV. And there's one deal. There's another deal. Wow, an outdoor projector with Fire TV built in. That's kind of cool. Power brick. I think that's going to be about it. Pablo says, what happened to the live stream? The OBS crashed. Ran out of memory. I think it was just, I've had too many browsers open and stuff. So, it happens, you know, when you run for hours and hours at a time. Sometimes these things happen. Sorry about that. Anyway, okay, don't see anything there. So the Fire TV Cube, it does 4K Ultra HD, has streaming media, released in 2019. We're looking for something that's going to be a little bit more robust than just a Fire Stick. It's $80 right now. The fastest, most powerful Fire TV. And you can have She Who Shall Not Be Named control it. Oh, it has. Wow, it has She Who Shall Not Be Named built into it. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize that. So you get it all in one. Then there's the Fire TV Recast. But this is only good if you're doing, you're still watch over the air stuff. And we don't really watch any of the over the air stuff. Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about those too. Hobby Woodworker says, hey, I'm late. I've been out buying tools. Quickie do oscillating belt sanders ever go on sale, or should I just bite the bullet and get one anytime? There were two of them that were on sale. There were two of them that were on sale this during the Amazon Fire Sale. I'll check to see if there's any more, but they've been selling out real quick. Look at belt sanders under Prime days. These things. If I'm not mistaken, this is the one like you plug into your... Oh, wait, it's got a power adapter. Has it got a little motor on it? It does have a motor on it. Look at that. That's adorable. $56. Nice little knife sharpening grinding station. Interesting. Huh. All right, and let's see what else we got here. We got lots of belt. We got the Jet. It's on sale. The Buck Tool was on sale. This is one that Brad's Workbench reviewed recently. They had both of their models go on sale, and they both sold out nearly instantaneously. You can probably thank Brad for that. Some finger sanders. You know what we should do? Let's go up here, and we'll sort by high to low. And that's about it. Sorry, don't have more going on there for you. Oh, there you go. Why is this under belt sanders? I don't know. Anyway. This one's $50. Is there a difference in the... Oh, there is a difference. This one's... Looks like it's much wider. Same kind of construction. This is the Type B. Clearly, it is. Anyway. Let's get back to the comments. Scott Hayes says, I'm just getting here. What deals did I miss on hand tools, sockets? There's lots of them. I think, honestly, the best deals I've seen on the hand tools were the Gearwrench, ratchets, Prime Day. It's this one. The ratcheting wrenches are pretty good deals. And then, where's the other one? Come here. You know you're out here. Here's what I should do. Instead of sorting through all these, we'll sort by high to low. This should make it a tad bit easier to find these. Da-da-da. Or not. There's $75. Here we go. There's the 3/8. All right. What's this one? So we got the 84 tooth, extremely 24-inch flex head. We've got the half-inch 90 tooth cushion flex head, and these are all 20% off the price listed. So it's not going to be $60. It's going to be like $48. That's the half-inch. Same thing in the 3/8. Again, $48. I was saying before, you can get both of these for under $100. That seems like a fantastic deal. Hobby Woodworker says there were disc belt sanders. Was thinking the oscillating up and down like the wind. No, I did just get in the Harbor Freight one though, and we're gonna give that a try. Compare. I've got the Win, and it's great. So let's see here. Win oscillating spindle sander. It's $208. Let's see if any of the other oscillating spindle sanders are going to be on sale. 208 on the Win, 238 on the Triton. Not really seeing anything else. The Rigid, of course, is still stupidly expensive. So, not really seeing anything else. What if we did bench sander? These were the ones that were on sale. They're not anymore. So, no help there for you. I have a bench tool. Kids bench tools. There we go. All right, now what we're looking for. Caleb says, Bear, I appreciate it. Enjoy the videos. Good. Glad you could join us. Scott says, I have a Toshiba 50-inch with Fire TV built in. Scored it for $200 at Best Buy a few months back. Love it. That's awesome. That is awesome. Hobby Woodworker says, for streaming internet TV, if I had my choice again, I would do Roku. I would get the just released Google Chromecast that's now independent TV units just like Roku. I've heard that they changed it. I wasn't exactly sure what they did with it. What is that tool? I gotta see. That's the thing about Amazon. You find some weird tools. A double axis belt sander for $102. That is kind of cool. It's like the belt sander equivalent of a bench grinder. You can put two different belts on it, so you can do from a fine to a coarse, and a coarse to fine, I guess. For $102, that's an interesting thing. It looks like it's probably a lot smaller than it appears in the 12 inches by 10 inches. Yeah, it's pretty tiny. Those are probably, what, 1-inch belts on it? Anyway, it's a nifty looking little tool. The Scott says, and have fire sticks and all other TVs. Scored them last Black Friday for $20 each. That's when we usually pick ours up. Hobby Woodworker says, Roku is a privacy nightmare. They record everything you do and watch activity wise. I think everyone else does too. Trolling for Dollar says, oh, we're back. Yeah, I felt bad the way the OBS, my streaming platform, crashed on me, so had to reboot everything. Spider's Morning says it's still pointless to stream in this state, even with 200 meg symmetrical internet. Just offline cache the entire series in like 17 minutes instead. And Kyle says, Add Dental Tools, did you get my message about the Will Toys RC cart? I did not. Sorry, man. What was it? Scott says the double bench sander would be great for knife making or knife sharpening. And that was my thought on that kind of thing. So anyway, that's interesting. All right. So with Gearwrench, I wanted to jump over to Best Buy and see what they have going on over there. So let's see here. I want to see let's check out. I want to check out. They say toys and drones. I want to see what drones they have going on. Ooh, Golden Tee. They have Golden Tee for $250. Miss Pac-Man for $450. That's kind of cool. Not seeing a lot of the way of drones. Let's just type in drone. See what they got. Go away, Amazon Assistant. No, I don't want to take your dang survey. I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out to me that's like, wow, I got to get this. The new Autels, those are cool. The Tello. Parrot. What is it? Underwater drones. For serious fishermen, if you really want to find the fish. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's check out laptops. Got any good gaming laptops here? We're gonna look at PC laptops. We don't do Mac in this family. And let's see here. Backlit keyboard, media. On sale. Yeah, okay. We want stuff that's on sale. RAM. Want something with at least 16 gigs. Let's see if there's something running an AMD processor. I don't care. Let's just look for what's got a good deal here. Excuse me. Go away there. We got, Amazon Alexa. Sorry, I almost said her full name. She who shall not be named built in. Hold on, I'm sliding to my seat again. I need a new chair. This thing is worn out. And not the most comfortable thing. 1515, the younger cub needs a new laptop, and actually probably both the younger cubs need new laptops. Not seeing anything that makes me want to run out and buy one, though. I was looking for something more around the $500 range. Oh well. So much for that. Let's see here. Oh, PC gaming. No, we don't need PC gaming. I don't need to look at that. Oh, wait, that was a laptop. That was an Asus gaming laptop. Only 8 gigs. I guess we could always upgrade it. 15-inch for $600. Save $200. That's not terrible. Any other ones? That's a bit pricier. Will it let me specify price range? Oh, come on. Here we go. Let's look at something between $400 and $600 and see what we get. And that's about it. So let's see what we got here. We got a Intel Core i5, not terrible, 8 gigs of memory, meh. NVIDIA GeForce 1650 Ti, meh. For 600, I don't know. I'm not, doesn't blow my hair back if I had hair. My wife just chuckled at me. She's doing it again. Anyway, let's see. Any other comments over here? Any deals on larger bench vices? There were actually some deals on some. And there's the bench grinder where I had a blank Amazon. There we go. Vice and Prime Day deals. They're probably gone. Oh, no, here we go. We got a Wilton Edwards Machinist 4-inch for $709 and the 6.5-inch for $551. You said larger. Let's see what else we got. Here's the Tradesman with a 6.5. It's $950, but it's 25% off at checkout. Here we go. This has got to be deal of the day. Probably the biggest savings you're going to see. We got the Machinist. Let me make sure I got 8-inch round channel vise with swivel base for $3,000. Let me get out my calculator here. $3,799.99. That takes it down to $2,849. So if you think about it, that is a $950 savings. That's a heck of a deal. Is this made in the USA? At that price, it better be. Proudly made in the USA. The Machinist vise is designed to handle it. Yep. So that's a USA made tool right there. It's not cheap. My guess is the other ones were not. Let's see about this one. They're all 25% off. That's a big no there. What was it? Sorry, Ghostwriter. Pattern is full. Gotta keep the lubrication going there. Alrighty. Where were we in the chat? Kyle says, Dental Tools, I'm into RC cars, but the Will Toys RC cars are good cars for cheap and upgradable too. Just throw that out there to you. Thank you. I don't even remember which one we bought. Let me take a look at it. Because we already bought it. Because of course I didn't see your comment. Toyin. It was what? How much was it? It was $26. Yeah, it was $28. So you were saying the Will Toys RC cars. Those do look pretty cool. Maybe we should have stepped up and go, no, that's not Will Toys though. Looks like they're a little pricier than what he was wanting to spend. The Spider's Morning sweet underwater drones. As he also says, do they still like to shortchange AMD laptops by giving them smaller screens and giving them Blu-ray players? I even noticed that. I haven't been looking at a lot of laptops recently. We've been building out some of the desktop stuff, and mostly we bought a bunch of new Chromebooks. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the mic there. We bought a bunch of new Chromebooks for the kids for school, We like the Chromebooks for school because there's no games and apps and stuff on it, and it keeps them a little bit more focused. Also, it's easier to manage them. And Hobby Woodworker says the new AMD processors are beating Intel. On my gamer Discord, everyone is building AMD systems now. They run faster with less power and heat. And I'm running right now, and on an AMD. I switched over from Intel. It's a 1600 plus, something like that. I gotta say, if you're looking to build a PC, the one place I gotta recommend is going to PC. I'm not paid by these people. I've used them for years. I use them professionally. I use them privately. PC Parts Picker, because you can go through and you can find the best. It's an aggregate. It basically, they do a service for you by helping you find the best price, the best reviewed. And as you're building the system in their little virtual builder, it will warn you if a part doesn't work with something else you've added. Do you mind over there? Nope. Hacky McHackersons? Anyway, so it'll warn you you've included something that doesn't work. And but then they shop the best prices out there for you, and then they take a small commission for finding those deals for you. But they give you every option under the sun, so you don't have to worry about them having any bias because they link everybody. Anyway, you can go to the build guides. There's ones that people have already built, or you can do it yourself. Go to the system builder kind of thing, but CPU, AMD, the Ryzen 5 is, where's the one I have? Ryzen 5. The 1600. I've got the 1600 plus. I don't or 1600X. Here it is. 1600X. Oh, that's the 35. There we go. Right there. This is the one I'm running right now, and it was the best price point when I got it, when I built it. I think it was earlier this year. But I got a board. I made sure I bought a motherboard that's upgradable, so at some point down the road, as the other processors become cheaper, we can just swap that out and go to something with a little bit more oomph in it. The Den of Tools, Kyle says, "Hey Bear, I'm out of here. Have a great day to y'all. Thanks for finding the deals. Keep them up. Peace. You too, man. Take care." Guy YouTuber says, "Hey everyone." And Rayo says, "Why so expensive?" Which one is the so expensive stuff? And Spider's Murray says the jaw. The vices, because Wilton is a big name in vices, and like that one that was sold several $1,000s. It's made in the U.S. and USA made vices they're worth more. They're almost probably close to the value of gold, at least silver. And Bear wants to. So which RC car did the little bear get? Oh, I should have shown that to you, shouldn't I? One moment, please. Let's see here. Let's go to my orders. And we got this one right here. It's got some nice. So we don't have a lot of room in the house. It's a smaller house. It's an old house. Old houses have that problem. And but we got lots of room outside, mostly dirt and grass. So I was suggesting to him that getting something that was off-roadable. This got look at a ton of clearance there. Decent sized tires on it. I like the controller style. If he gets serious in RC, a lot of the higher end RC cars use styles like that. Look at that. Divided suspension shock absorbers. It's a $30 RC car. Anyway, oh my gosh, they hit it in two sizes. They have it large and extra medium. I don't know what XM means. That's ridiculous. Is there a difference in price? Oh, the extra medium is no longer available. So sad. Oh, wait, what is this thing? Hold on. Let me go back to the extra medium. Look at that. If I could buy a real world version of one of these, my wife would steal it in a heartbeat. She's like, yep, sure would. Matt says, hey, Jeff, been wearing out the Prime Day deals here. Mostly smaller stuff for the shop and electronics lab. Only a few more things I'm watching now. What are you looking for? What piques your interest? You know what I've been looking for is a benchtop power supply. Prime Day deals says, oh, we got some good ones. Look at this. 30 volt, 5 amp. I want a 10 amp. Oh, here we go. 30 volt, 10 amp, switchable, DC regulated power supply with 3-digit LEDs. That looks kind of decent. Let's take a look at that. Here's a full digital one. Let's take a look at that. Oh, we got some oscilloscopes. Look at this. $379. Not quite ready to go there. Nice form factor, but I think I want the tall and thin better. It'll give me more space on my bench for other stuff. So here's a DC power supply with soldering iron. I used to think I wanted one of those, but I think I've got a really, really nice soldering iron right now. I've got an industrial grade one that a company sent me, and it's ridiculously good. So I don't need something like that. What do we got here? 30 volt, 5 amp. Decent, nice look. Don't want to spend that kind of price. 30 volt, 5 amp. I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me. That's making me think one of the other ones is not a better deal. So let's take a look at what we found. The Lycow. Oh, these people need to. This is one thing. Okay, I gotta tell you. So, who was Olight reached out to me a few times in the past couple months, saying, "Hey, we're thinking about coming out with some products, and we want to know, as an American, what you think of this product. Is it offensive? Is it something you think is good?" Basically, they're like, we realize we're not Americans and we don't know everything that you guys know or know your language as well as you do. So let's ask somebody, make sure we're not making idiots of ourselves. That's smart thinking. Lycow skipped that step. Let's see here. Ivan says, thank you. Master Brown says, looks nice. Seth, come on, Seth. Even if I agreed with you, I'm not saying I do, but even if I agreed with you, we're going to remove that comment. We don't do politics in this channel. All right. There's other channels for that. And in fact, you can go over to the Bears Den, our other channel, and you can talk all the politics you want, but we don't talk politics over here. What's that? Your wife might not listen. Oh, jeez. Spider's Morning says it's Mumbo, the complement of Wumbo. Ivan says, I love the vids. We'll never stop watching much needed content. Thank you, sir. Bear One says, Bear, take a look for any deals on RC tanks. All right, hold on here. Let me get through this. Well, I'll try the RC tanks. Ruffle Feather says, there's no virus. It's a scam. We're talking PC viruses or where's the beef? Where is the beef? What are we doing for dinner? I'm starving over here. I could waste away to nothing. Trolling for $1 says, wow, no mods in chat. There are no mods in chat. What's going on with this? Well, let's fix that.
I came into Phil's co-pilot.
Did you now?
Yes, I did.
You got to plug in over there if you're going to do it.
Okay.
Little girl here.
I'm very cold.
Hold on. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, here. We'll leave you on camera while I talk. How about that?
Sure.
All right.
I'm flicking my mic.
You look like you're who is that? That DC red or green arrow or whatever he is. Let's see here. If you like digital soldering stations, the best deal I've ever found is at Micro Center. Search Tenma 60-watt compact digital station, better price in tech than Amazon Prime and Weller. Let's see here. Oh, welding. Trying to see if I can find the one that I've got. And just trying to see if I can find a picture of it. Can't remember the name. It starts with a J. Can anybody have the other half of my brain that I left lying around? I can't remember. The one thing, going back to these power stations, the one thing I want is I want one of these that has the leads. They used to sell them where they have the leads on. You're just sitting there munching. We're going back to me. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the way this game gets played.
Impossible.
Quite probable, actually. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Come on. There we go. Look, you can even see our little, where'd it go? Silver play button back there. So these power stations, they used to sell these where in the back they had the contacts as well, so you could run the cables from the front or from the back. I would like to have the ability to have them on a riser on the bench with the cables coming out the back and underneath, so it can do some better cable management on them, especially for when they're not in use. But I don't see those anymore. What?
I'm trying to read the chat.
Oh my gosh. You're as bad as your mom. Kyle says, Den of Tools, where's your email address? I have an older RC car. Email is red@denoftools.com. And Jeff, make sure the supply you get has constant current mode settings. You can charge batteries with it then. Oh, that's a cool idea. Hobby Woodworker says, if you like digital soldering stations, the best. Oh, we read that one. Bear One says, say like how fast it sounds like HE double hockey sticks. Turn that back into a real word. I got it. Spider's Morning says, extra mumbo. Michael says, just getting on this afternoon. Any good Porter cable or Black & Decker 20 volt? No. I mean, there was some Porter cable 20 volt stuff, but it was all the brushed stuff. That's a massive chip. Hold on. Big chip. I thought you were going to be in the chat. You're over here snacking.
I know I was.
Oh my gosh. She's such a slacker.
I'm starving, okay?
Porter cable, 20 volt. Let's see here. And Prime Day deal. So you have the world's largest brad nailer. Look at that thing. It's huge. Why is a brad nailer that size? That's ridiculous. It for a brad nailer, it's massive. And they've got a quick charger. It's a third party. It's $20. Includes $5. And then we've got the 8 tool combo here for $279. But then there's an additional. Oh, that's gone. This is. Oh no, there's no additional. That's just it. It's just $279. Deal is 68%. Oh, it's a lightning deal. That's why. It's 68% claimed. It's not cordless, This is a screaming deal. It's the, let's see here. Oh, that's the vices. Multi-tool, corded multi-tool. But it's, oh, is this deal done? It's done. Somebody just bought this. It was 43% off. Took it down to $48 or $78. Wow, I'm sorry. That's too bad. That was one of the top screaming deals that we found. Oh, what do you know? We got some replacement batteries, but that's it for the Porter cable stuff. And there was practically nothing for the DeWalt. Let's check it out. DeWalt Prime Day deals. Bing.
Why, hello. I am here.
Nothing.
Sorry, I'm whispering into the mic.
Generic batteries. These glass, they're not Prime Day deal. I don't know why they're showing up. Anyway, as I said, not much there. Any Gearwrench tools that are good deal? Yeah. How about a 24-inch flex head, half-inch, 84-tooth, a 90-tooth cushion grip flex head in half-inch, a 90-tooth cushion grip flex head in 3/8. And you're like, oh, $60. Yeah, 20% off. That's a $48 wrench or ratchet. That's a $48 ratchet. This is a tool truck equivalent. You can get both of these for less than half the price of a Snap-on. That's a fabulous deal. There's a bunch of other Gearwrench stuff also.
Sorry, you can continue.
Yeah. We got huge Gearwrench sets here. All the Gearwrench stuff that's Prime Day deals are 20% off. So you got the discounted price, like $232, down from $250, and then it's an additional 20% after that. We got ratcheting flex heads. We got ratcheting reversibles. We got a flex head torque wrench, digital torque wrench. That actually, I should probably buy that. There's a bunch of gear. In fact, if you want to take a look at all the Gearwrench stuff, this is just a bit.ly shortened link, so it'll fit in chat. There's not an affiliate link or anything like that. Boom. Look at cutting torches. Well, let me see there.
I don't know if anyone read this, but it says Guy Uber, I think it says. It says, yeah. I had steak today. I am very jealous. I love steak.
Steak sounds good. Prime Day deals on cutting torches. Oh, we got a plasma cutter, bestseller even plasma cutter, and it's an additional 15% off at checkout. That's interesting. We'll take a look at that. We got hoods. We got another plasma cutter.
What are plasma cutters?
They cut stuff using plasma. That's a topic for physics class. It is a state between, between a vapor and a gas? Is that right? Is it between vapor and gas? So if you're interested in taking a look at this one, I know nothing about it. I've never used it. I've never even heard of Lotus. I don't know what it is. 50 amp non-touch pilot arc plasma cutter, dual voltage, 110 and 2. Dual voltage, really? You get your air input. Got all your leads. Let's see what the score on it. It's got a little bit of a fish hook to it, so that makes me slightly concerned about it. And that's where you see the reviews, they come down, and they come back up kind of like a hook. That makes you wonder. So 6% of all these reviews have given it 1 star, and that is almost as much as the 2 and the 3 star. When I see a fish hook where it's the same, where it exceeds the 2 and the 3 star, or maybe even the 2, the 3, and the 4 star, if you see one that big, that's a walk away kind of thing. But if you're interested in this, I'll put a link down below. Any of the stuff you're interested in, just ask, and I will put a link in the comment section. I'm not going to post links down in the description or something. Let's see where we talked about guy flexing on us with his steak today. Trolling for $1 says Wookie. What, Wookie wants a cookie? What's going on here? What's up with the Wookiees? And I'm way behind in the chat, so we got to catch up real quick. Spider says, "Oh wow, I didn't know there was a participants list for this chat. Cool." Kyle says, "Data Tools need an email." Oh, we got the email for you. The Tepco Jigsaw. He asked about. Sorry, Daniel.
Bear Cat wants to show you a link on Amazon.
He showed the link. Let's take a look at it here. Well, hold on here. Copy link address. Here's the thing I can say about this, which is, wait, no, not Tepco. It was the other one. It was Topomon. We found out it was actually owned by Aki, but I have no idea who owns Tepco. Yeah, I don't ever see the need for a laser on a jigsaw, but that's just me. Maybe you like it. Well, let's look at this. Harbor Freight. So I like to use Harbor Freight as the low barrier threshold, because you can go in, you can buy the tool, you can hold the tool. If you have a problem in the first 90 days, which is when really, if you're smart, you get the tool, you use it a bunch and see if it dies. If it dies, then you can return it and they'll swap it out. I have this one right here, and I've had it for 3 or 4 years. It's got, let's take a look at the two. So this is 6-speed control, 4-position orbital. You can pivot, yada, yada, yada. It's a jigsaw. Versus Harbor Freight Chicago Electric. Almost the same thing. Looks actually like it might even have a slightly sturdier base on it. It's got the guide on it. There's no laser. You've got the speed controls. You've got the orbital uses. For those of you who don't know, orbital on a jigsaw and a recip saw is different than orbital on a sander. On a sander, you want orbital for a finer finish. On these, orbital gets you a faster, rougher cut. And think about it. A jigsaw is nothing more than a smaller version of a recip saw. It is a tiny recip saw. So the same physics apply. I don't know why I would choose this no name. They could say it has a 20-year warranty. You'd never heard of the company. You'd have to send it in to get it fixed anyway. Probably going to cost you the full price of this thing just for shipping. So I don't see any reason why I would go with that over a Harbor Freight. But you know what? You're the person who has to live with it. It does look cooler. I'll give it that. Honestly looks like they might be related. Yes, no, maybe. Anyway, moving on. I gotta catch up on these. Matt says, I scored an Aki 6-point USB charger with QC3 for $23 and an Aki 1080p webcam for $30. Looking at the Work Pro ratcheting screwdriver due for lightning deal soon. I'll say this. I guess I kind of forgot to say this. I was a little disappointed with the Aki webcam. So I've got this is the webcam I started YouTube with. So it's 5 years old. And I was excited about the new Aki webcam, and I bought it for her, for the little girl, because her old laptop did not have a webcam on it for class, and it was not as good as the Logitech. Now, granted, this Logitech when I bought it was $120, and it's still considered one of the best conferencing webcams out there.
Little fodder is checking out. I can't get it out.
So you came, you snacked, and now you're leaving.
Well, because I can't even talk.
I know, I'm behind on stuff. There we go. She is officially unplugged. Hold on. I'm sliding again. Go on.
Took my shirt.
Go on.
I'm trying to hit the mic.
Give me a hug. Love you, princess. All right. Okay. And Travis says, appreciate you doing all you do on the channel. Saved myself a fair amount of cash before going out to buy. Please continue doing what you do. Thank you. That's what we're here to do. Caleb says, you're making something. Bear says, whoa, hang on there. Who turned me blue? I know, right? Nivus Nick says, what's your favorite air fryer? That's a good, I don't have a favorite air fryer, but you know what I will say is, I got a buddy that I know through a YouTube group. He's another YouTuber called, what does he do? Let's go over to YouTube. FRIs. Freaking reviews. There we go. And he's done some stuff with, let's go to his videos. He's got some great review videos. And he's done some stuff with air fryers. Now here's what you need to realize about an air fryer. It doesn't fry. It's a tiny convection oven. And what a convection oven is it takes hot air and moves it around real fast. That's it. So here's a bunch of the ones he did. I think this Ninja food oven actually looks really cool. And I watched his video on this. And the other thing is when you're not using it, it folds up against the wall to give you your counter space back. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to take this link. I'm going to post it down here and you can check out his videos. He's done a lot more videos on this sort of thing. I've never even used an air fryer. So I can't really comment on it, but, definitely check him out. He's a good guy. Hate his choice in sunglasses, but I always give him crap for that. Caleb says, you're making my shift go faster. Thank you, Plant Life. Hey, always glad to help. You know, and when you can't find a live stream, have you thought about checking out Audible? I used to do a 2-hour commute into the city, and at 2 hour, it was an hour and a half in, and it was 2.5 hours out. Oh, it's 2.5 hour in, hour and a half out, and Audible saved my life. It really did. Books on not books on CD, but you know, digital books. I still listen to them. I'm a platinum member. Have been a platinum member for almost a decade at this point. The Bear One says, "Can I get a warning next time?" Give you a heads up. Matt says, "Oh yeah." Also got a Kershaw cryo folding knife for my buddy's birthday on a lightning deal. There were a bunch of those. There were some really good ones. And let's see here. The Bear One, okay, that one we talked about. Any good sliding miter saw deals? None. There was only one miter saw. It was a Metabo HPT 10-inch non-sliding. I know some people got it. They're excited about it. I wasn't all that excited about it. You're back? Oh my gosh. Fake Names Joe says, I like my Hercules sliding miter saw. It's a beast. It is. It really is. And I got to tell you, so we are going to have a review on one of these. Who was it? Tack Life. Get this. So I put in a video that you should avoid this brand. So what do? They send me 3 tools. I don't get it.
They're trying to change your mind.
Tack Life, sliding miter saw, 10-inch. So they sent me this thing. Now, I'll be honest. When I saw this, $200 for a sliding miter saw. Yes, it's got free shipping. But I'm like, a 10-inch sliding miter saw, that's kind of expensive. And then I saw the blades it came with. And I think it's got 3 or 4 blades it comes with. I'm like, why has it got so many blades? And why does this one blade say metal? And I look, it's 2 speeds. It it's designed to cut metal also. I haven't tried it on metal, but we're going to be doing that next week. So, fingers crossed. We'll see if this thing lives through it. Otherwise, I gotta say it's not too terrible. I like that it's got decent sized outfeed or side tables. I guess you could call it an outfeed table. I'm disappointed that the pivot point for the miter for the bevel is in the back rather than in the front. My Hercules is in the back, but like the Admiral's in the front. A lot of the other ones are. But everything, it's got a laser rather than a drop shadow. Not surprising at this price point. I wasn't happy with where the laser was because I usually like to see them up here. But look at the guard. You got a metal guard rather than plastic. And the laser actually has a little plastic shell around it to protect it. That's smart. That's the one thing I didn't like on the old Chicago Electric.
So 3 things. 1, there was a dog hair in my microphone. 2, Steven said he just got back from a little bit of grocery shopping.
Hey, Steve.
Hi. And Duck said hi. I don't know who Duck is, but hello.
Hi, Duck. Matt says, Circuit Specialties has some good, nice digital soldering stations. I use 2 of their 75-watt Premier models in my electronics business. They're great. Doug Stubbs says, PC brad nailer is so big because it cost $200 and got to make the size comparable to the cost. Yep. Melaful says something. It looks like it might be in. That's not Arabic, is it? That is. What do they speak in Iran? Farsi. Is that Farsi? It might be Farsi. Let's see what Google Translate says. What is she doing back there? Oh my gosh. No, it is Arabic. Shake. Okay. Whatever. Nick Waters says they were the worst tools I ever bought. Oh my gosh. Spider says, now that they're apparently hard to find in big box stores, where do you get your Porter cable stuff from? Somebody just sent me a picture that they're at Costco. Costco and Sam's seems to have them quite a bit. And who else? They're showing up at a lot of the third tier, Ace Hardwares. I think I saw them at Napa. I could be mistaken on that since they've got the Craftsman stuff in now. Where else? You're seeing them at a lot of independent hardware stores are picking them up also as their big house, their house brand, if you will. Matt says, I have a bunch of Porter cable 20-volt tools and like them, but I got to agree on the nailer. You could kill someone with that thing, and that's without the nails. Nick said the batteries did not last long. They were no good. Are you talking about the Porter cable stuff? I would not disagree with you that I don't think the batteries are all that great. Hobby Woodworker says, I got that Porter cable oscillating tool. It ranked better than the DeWalt on most of the review sites I studied. Now I can attack the grout like a beast in the wife's bathroom. And Michael says, thanks for the info on Porter cable. I'm looking around my camera here so I can see it. And the dog's over here bothering me for scratches. I'll look into that third-party fast charger. And the Trolling for Large says, any Ryobi deals? Nope. There's some Ryobi off-brand batteries, but no actual Ryobi deals. And Fake Name Joe says, I'd like to flare brake lines. What do you recommend? You know, that's too funny. Somebody just talked about a good flaring tool in the last live stream. I forgot what they talked about. I don't do it that often, so I just grab whatever's on sale at the auto parts store when I go in and just make do with it. Sorry. The Flemza, really? Hobby Woodworker says, I picked up the brad nailer, pin nailer, and threw the brushless impact driver and a bunch of batteries. And Bear One says, plasma is a matter heavily energized. Ionized gas, ain't it? Something like that. Master Bauer says, thanks for looking up torches. I just bought a set of it was Acetylene torches and wanted to compare. I got a good deal on my end. Good for you.
Hi, does anyone here like Among Us? Awesome.
Yes.
They also do.
Bear One says, don't forget to chomp the like button. It's a non-GMO, vegan, no calories, fat-free, sugar-free, and part of your balanced diet. Also, we found out recently, if you hit the like button right now, you are 50% less likely to lose a 10-millimeter socket anytime in the next 5 minutes.
Ooh. Oh, Duck said he's new. Welcome to the den.
Welcome. Daniel says the deal hasn't started yet. The price will go down on the TEPCO. What's it going to go down to? Matt says, I've been an Anchor guy, but I'm going to try some of the Aki stuff on your good word of mouth. I will say this. The cables are not quite as good. I've noticed some fraying in the fabric. That's not the cable itself. The cable still works. This is over long-term use. So I would give Anchor the edge in cable, and I would get Aki the edge in accessories. Avalez, USMC, Semper Fi says, hit the thumbs up. Don't even know my brother is active duty Marine, and so we're big supporters of the Corps. Fake Name Jones says, my mom uses an old metal body jigsaw. Go Team Chrome. Oh, those things are fantastic. They're hard to kill those. Avelez, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Any news on the Hercules impact wrench, or is Bauer better? I won't say the Bauer's better, but Bauer's in store. I think the Hercules impact wrench isn't going to show up until next year at the soonest. Guy YouTuber says, are the McGraw air compressors from Harbor Freight any good? I've not used the hot dog one. I know some people have it. They say they like it. I would not buy the Central Pneumatics. The old black one was the standard. I wouldn't buy that. I would get the oiled one over that. And if you're only using it like once or twice a week, I would get the oilless. I know I've said for years that I wouldn't buy oilless, but after having running them and testing them and seeing that they've actually fixed a lot of the problems for DIY occasional use, even prosumer use, you can get a lot more power out of an oilless, and there's a lot less maintenance for it. So, Matt says, yeah, the Aki webcam seems hit or miss based on the comments, but I also have a Logitech. The Aki was cheap enough. I thought I'd try it and have a backup over a loaner. That's pretty much what I thought about when I bought it. The Foxy says hi. That's Foxy right there.
Hi.
Fake Name Jones, the convection oven blows hot air around to speed up the heat transfer. The same thing works in reverse. My old job had a blast freezer. Yep, that's exactly it. You're talking about surface area, and the more you can move stuff around. It's the same way sous vide cooking works. You immerse it in water and you move the water around. That gives you even and more overall cooking. It's physics. Fun with physics. Duck says, hey. Those kind of comments really quack me up. Sundown the Dark. Any deals on job site table saws? Just the one I showed the other day, I think is probably the best deal going right now. And that is the Metabo, I think it's the Metabo HPT table saw. Is it still on? It's gotten even cheaper. It's gotten cheaper. How does this happen? So normally this is a $500 table saw. It dropped down to like $410 or $409. Then it was like $401. Then it was like $390 something. It's $387. It's gotten cheaper. Now granted, this saw does at times go down to around $350. It's done it 2 or 3 times this year, but you're rolling the dice hoping that that's going to happen soon. If you have to end up waiting 3 months or 4 months, that's 4 months without a tool. And if the price difference is $30, would you rent? Like if someone said, hey, you can buy this for $357 in 3 months, but I'll rent it to you for $30 so you can have it 3 months earlier. Would you do that? In that case, buy it now. This is without a doubt the best bang for the buck portable job site saw out there. I know I've got the Hercules and it's a fine saw, but it's a compact job site saw. And you understand that's really mostly good for extreme portability and ripping lumber. Not sheet goods really, just like 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x8s, that kind of stuff, and ripping them down for construction. If you want something that is almost as good, now I always say, and I'll say it right now, if you've got the money and the space, what you want to get is over at Lowe's and get the Lowe's Delta table saw. It is this one right here. It's $600, not on sale, nothing about that. This is the best prosumer bang for the buck table saw you're going to get. It's got true Bessemer style fence. It's got a cast iron table. It's got a wheel portable system on it that you step on that pedal. It floats around like it's on butter. This is a fabulous saw. This is the best homeowner. You can just walk out and buy table saw. Are there better table saws out there? Yes, but you're going to have to spend $1,000 or more. Not talking about used, $1,000 or more to buy a better table saw than this. And you're probably going to have to spend $1,200 more to get something that's actually noticeably better. All right. In fact, this is, I'll put a link down below. If you see anything, you're like, hey, Bear, I'm interested in that. Give me a link to it. I will throw a link in the chat. Where were we? Client Graphics. Chris, Client Graphics is in the house, man. If you got a moment, go over, click. I don't know if you can click on his name and follow it, but got to check out his channel. He's got a great channel doing lots of great testing. I was really surprised to see that thing you post on Instagram. You probably got a video up on it where it looked to me that the Ryobi brushless 3-speed impact was beating their new compact HP brushless. That was a surprise. Although I will say this, I was stunned to see that the HP stuff didn't have the 2 extra tabs for the extra battery access. Maybe that's what we're seeing there. Jim says, wow, this is still going. It is still going. Sam says, I really want to try out one of those Evolution metal cutting saws because I build home-built utility trailers as extra income when possible, and I need to find the best deal. Some people have done. Some people I know. I think Justin Dow got one. Some other people got one. They told me they were going to send me one and never heard from them. So I've never tried them. I've heard of them, and that's all I can really say. Maybe go check out one of those videos. Fake Names Joe says, what do you recommend for brake line flare tools? We talked about that. I'm not an aficionado when it comes to those. I buy whatever's cheap and at hand. Sam says Black Porter cable batteries are terrible. Spider says Black & Decker. All of the Stanley Black & Decker batteries are terrible. And that's, I'm going to say that for Black & Decker, Porter Cable, Craftsman, and DeWalt, except for the DeWalt FlexVolt. Those are fabulous batteries. They're not cheap either. And Fake Name Joe says my DeWalt batteries from 2016 are just now starting to degrade. Avalez says, thanks, I'm buying the Hercules tomorrow. You can't go wrong with it, man. Guy YouTubers, wait, let's do this real quick. You're talking about the sliding miter saw, right? Oh, if I could type Harbor Freight coupon database, there we go. And Hercules sliding miter saw. There we go. Looks like there are no current coupons on it. $369. I might wait. I mean, unless you need it right now. But I say if you wait a month, it'll probably go on sale down to $320 or even $300. Anyway, back to the comments. Guy YouTuber, so are the McGraw compressors good? Yes or no? They're good. I don't have a problem with owning them. I had the essential. Yes, they're good. Are they great? They're fantastic. I'm not going to say that, but they are solid, consumer, prosumer level compressors. Lone Acer says sous vide and then sear with a blowtorch is my favorite way to prepare a steak. It's the one way that it's going to get done perfectly. Spider's Morning says that Hercules 12-volt impact screwdriver good for threaded plastic like on toys. It's fantastic because you've got the clutch system in it. I love using that thing for installations. That Jeep Cray Pro Photo Equipment, I should check. I haven't looked at any. I have not gotten to that point. Sorry. Matt says, I've had good luck with Porter cable batteries. I've had 10 or 12 of them, no failures. Most were bought before TTI bought Craftsman, so maybe that matters. That matters a great deal. And other than the fact that TTI didn't buy Craftsman, it was Stanley Black & Decker. TTI is Milwaukee, Rigid, Ryobi. Stanley Black & Decker is Mac, DeWalt, Craftsman, Porter Cable, Black & Decker. He says, I wouldn't buy any more Porter Cable stuff anymore. Nope. And that Jeep Cray says, I did buy a Synology DS920, 24 terabytes of NAS, and saved $600. That's awesome. Those Synology boxes are sweet. I got rid of a whole rack of, miscellaneous discs and other junk, and we threw it all onto a big Synology box. Spider's Morning says, I have way too many B&D batteries. I'm thinking of just adapting my Matrix to Ryobi and dumping all of the B&D batteries. That would be cool. That would be probably a pretty cool setup. And let's see here. Can never have enough NAS storage. It kind of feels that way. Matt says, I have way too much computer crap trying to pare it down, but can't seem to. I've cut mine down so much. There was a day where I basically had an entire parts store in my home office. And my oldest cubs came, we took his laptop apart, realized he had an open bay for a 2.5 drive. And I'm like, oh, I probably got an SSD around here we could throw in there. And they're like, I don't. And I've always had extra hard drives lying around, and I don't have a single one. I feel naked. Fake Name Joe, sauce up technology should be mandated in all new table saws. They agree with you. They really do. And they've tried to do it. And guess who's blocked it? The rest of the industry. Yep. SawStop lobbied. They paid lobbyists to try and get Congress to pass laws to legislate that. They really have. And they've done it twice. And they almost got it through. And every other table saw company out there that makes table saw hired their own lobbyist group to come and fight them and pay off people and shut it down. So if you want to say why it's not out there, that's why. But here's the thing. SawStop's patent ends next year. And everybody and their brother has a SawStop equivalent waiting to come out. And I would not be surprised if suddenly, because the second round, rather than getting shut down, got delayed. And I think they're going to delay it just long enough for that patent to expire and then be like, oh no, you have to buy it. And guess what? All of our table saws went up in price by 20% and you got to buy them. In fact, in a lot of businesses, it is getting mandated, but not through the government, but through insurance. Like no insurance will insure your shop unless you have SawStop table saws. Matt says, what's your issue you have with SB&D batteries, mostly cost per watt or something else? I've had very positive with the Porter cable, but I wouldn't pay full price. First of all, the cells in the battery are lower tier cells than you see other people using on average. Their cost per amp hour is higher than almost anybody else. I did a comparison about a year ago. It's a long video. It's an hour long. We talk about drill drivers, but we also talk about the batteries that go along with them. And I did an extensive comparison of cost per amp hour. And Black & Decker is up there above all the other. They're not as high as like Snap-on and Festool and some of the elite brands, but they're higher than all the other big box store brands. On top of that, the chargers they come with are junk anemic chargers. Look at what comes with a DeWalt. 1.3 batteries with a base level charger. The battery doesn't even have an indicator on it. That's ridiculous for what is supposed to be a top tier. That's not where that goes.
I'm just sitting it down.
I know, but I can't use my mouse if you put it there.
Can I invite people to my Minus game?
No. And
okay.
So you really need to look at the price comparison for what you get. Milwaukee, and everyone knows I'm critical of Milwaukee too, but they've got a way better battery infrastructure system, way better chargers. Makita's got better chargers, better batteries. Hercules has got better batteries, better chargers. Almost everybody has a better infrastructure other than the FlexVolt stuff. The FlexVolt stuff is fabulous. The Jones says DeWalt batteries are ridiculous price-wise. Client Graphics says, I haven't finished the Ryobi compact versus 3-speed video yet. Got sidetracked with the Hercules brushless angle grinder for more in-store at Harbor Freight. Thank you very much. They just sent me one. I just got it myself. We're going to go to town with it tomorrow. And I got some old fence posts, some T-posts that are set into concrete that I need to take down. And the missus just told me it's snowing outside.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Well, guys, I will be right back.
So I'm going to try and wrap this up because I think we need to go. The whole family's going to go play in the snow. Spider's Morning says, I have to adapt it the other way, but apparently BD only makes 1.3 and 1.5 amp batteries now. I want more power. There's a whole bunch of aftermarket third-party Black & Decker batteries that are higher power that you can get. They're on Amazon. Sam says, I've seen the Evolution saw. It was on Justin Dow's channel, and I was impressed, but right now I use a couple different Greenlee portable bandsaws I've owned forever that do great, but I want the Evolution. Trent says, I would never buy a laser miter saw. LED shadow is the only way to go. It's fabulous, man. Hey, Trent, I didn't even see you slide in here. The drop shadow auto adjusts to the blade. It shows up better in daylight than the laser. It's impossible to block it. It's just a better ecosystem all the way around. Guy YouTuber says, is the Portland pressure washer from Harbor Freight good? Yes or no? It's good for what it is. For a cheap electric pressure washer, yeah, it's good. I use it for washing the car, cleaning the house, cleaning stuff. Is it going to get oil stains out of your concrete? No. Is it going to totally refurbish a really rotten, wood fence or deck? No. But it will get it for general maintenance kind of stuff. It's good for that. The Echo Bell extra hardware is hit or miss, but cables, I have thousands of them. VGA, HDMI, DVI, USB, mini. Don't get me started. I still have a small collection. I got one of those little 3-tier tubs with some stuff in it. So I still have some cables. And actually, I got most of them on my desk, it would seem. Oh my gosh, what a rat's nest. Let's see here. Doug says, are the Craftsman family batteries interchangeable? Nope. The 19.2, well, those are made by TTI, in case you didn't know it. They will not work. There's new Craftsman from Sears. That's made by Shervon. So you have the old 19.2s made by TTI. You have the new Craftsman power tools sold at Sears made by Shervon that are 20 volt. And then you have the Craftsman Stanley Black & Decker 20 volt. 3 different Craftsman. None of them work together. Have fun with that. Loney Azir says, when does Milwaukee patents on the 1820 volt batteries expire? Well, I haven't been doing it that long. I think there's probably another 8 years on it. TTI's brands include Milwaukee, Ryobi, Hart, Homelight, Empire, Stiletto, Hoover, US, Auric, Vax, Dirt Devil, and AEG. Yep. And for those of you who don't know, AEG is actually what Ryobi was, not Ryobi, Rigid. They sell it overseas when, who is it? Who owns Rigid? Emerson. When Emerson contracted to TTI, they just rebranded the AEG and sold it in the US. So if you do pick up AEG batteries and chargers and other tools, they're interchangeable with the Rigid line. You'll often see them at Direct Tools. That's why I mentioned that. So you can feel free to buy them to your heart's content. Sam says, I can only imagine if a company like Greenlee built a metal cutting chop saw like the Evolution, but it would probably be $3,000 or more. Bear One says, what's snow? Oh, and it stopped. I already missed it. Dang. Great to hear that saw stop technology is coming around the corner. My brother touched a traditional table saw. Whew. $24 says snow. Another 100-degree day there. Hobby Woodworker says 89 sunny in Texas. Matt says most of the under 2,000 PSI electric pressure washers are pretty close to the same. And that's pretty much what I've said. I have somebody who's sending me one. I don't expect it to be any different, but I like the form factor. It's got an integrated hose reel and stuff like that, so it might even be more usable. I just finished the pressure washer filming it for the the gas-powered Tack Life one. That video is going to be up, I think, Saturday. Sam says mid-70s and windy or sunny in West Virginia. Jones says 60 and windy today. Anna elbow bump. There you go. Client Graphics says snow. Yikes, sounds like fun and cold. Not ready for snow yet. Dude, you better. You're down in Nebraska. Don't tell me it doesn't get cold. You ever been to Fremont? I lived in Fremont for a few years as a kid. That place is so flat, and the wind would come ripping across the plain and practically take the flesh right off of you. Hobby Woodworker says, I have some frost on the ice cream bars in my freezer. That's the closest I've come to snow. You know, come to think, I lived in Omaha for quite a while, out in Millard, and not too far from Boys Town. I don't remember a ton of snow out there. Maybe it's just the years I lived there, we didn't get a whole lot. Hobby Woodworker says, I have some frost. Oh, we just read that. Echo says, bring on the snow. Guy YouTuber says, is the Chicago Electric corded impact wrench good? Yes or no? Corded impact wrench good or yes or no? It's mediocre. Nick Hoffman says, it is the source of our power. 84 right here in the mid-60s high for tomorrow. Jones says, Chicago Electric corded impact, not enough Ugga-Duggas. There you go. And Matt says, yeah, form factor and accessories packaging are the biggest difference. Guy YouTuber says, I found a cordless earthquake impact wrench for $170 brand new on Facebook Marketplace. Nice. Matt says, I lived in Seward, New England for a couple years. Crazy cold in the winter, crazy hot in the summer. Really? Penniless says 75 in northern Kentucky by Cincinnati. And another place I used to call home. I lived there for 10 years. Graduated from high school in Cincinnati. Spent a lot of time in Kentucky, oddly enough. And Sam says, my favorite battery tool, hands down, is Milwaukee Fuel, but all we use are 6 amp hour batteries and higher batteries, and those are expensive unless you have a decent connection like I do, and they're not too bad. Matt says, no, Nebraska. But it felt like New England. Oh, sorry. Don't know why I was thinking that. Seward, Nebraska. Wow. All right, everyone. I got to run. We've been doing this for far too long, and I'm exhausted. Anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. If you can, hit the like button on the way out. We got 279 people watching and 32 likes. Come on. Anyway, I appreciate you all being part of the den. Remember, if you like live streams, every Sunday we do Family Tool Talk Live from 6 until 9. That's 6 Mountain Time. So adjust to your locale. But anyway, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.